when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving it so the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish she well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me while it's sale. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round, I make a joke. Everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me while it's sale. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. views. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Coach, we have a coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready. On the bench. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. This is Bell. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They'll look to throw here. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, he's got a man, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Come on, fellas. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Prescott now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 29. They'll run here. It's Murray. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On the counter, here's Kamara. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. And Lutz puts this one through. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jordan Willis racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And Josh Hill has it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover. On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Check nickel. Here we go, 46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now this is fielded in the end zone. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Let's go. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Let's go, D.
Go 47. Go, get out there. 26.
First down, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Prescott. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Play action now. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they move this this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go. 60 out low. 39. Switch. Shut up.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott now going for it all. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A good pickup there, a 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
It's going to be a long day.
Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, Prescott. It's Hill, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Prescott now from the 50. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He turned that into a nice gain, gets them 8 yards closer for third down. The Saints on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And look at this, it's a fake. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. He'll look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. On first down, Bell. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They're going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Grace don't travel, Grace don't travel. Ready, go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Franks. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to get a score back. Bryant's extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Well, Prescott here to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
No. Watch twist. Watch twist. 36.
Prescott yet again. Flushed out right. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Yep, the motion. Watch the motion. 22 Jet Bomber.
Following the fumble recovery, Franks. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Saints, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to regroup next week.